Hey Joe, what do you think of that pink flamingo down there?
Looks like it's having a great time in that.
I'm pretty sure this is the best part of this water feature.
Alright, so today we are doing a small water feature. We have some patio bowls here. We're going to cut them into a wall, and there's going to be an aqua basin, and we're going to use some aqua blocks.
So exactly what we thought we'd find, we did. Normally when you're going to do something through a retaining wall, you would kind of put the liner behind the block as you're going. In this case they didn't. They just tried to wrap everything in front, and that's why they had such a hard time hiding it. But you know what? We're just going to have to fix it up so you don't see any more of that. So there it is, right behind the liner, just like we thought. There is a retaining wall. So now we're gonna have to get creative on how to get a watertight seal on our new spillway bowl waterfall right down through here. All right, so now we're at the mode we're just kind of brainstorming, because sometimes you just have to set things up to see if they're gonna work. So we think this is a configuration we're gonna go with, but we're gonna just have to start building, and then it'll just become a custom fit. But these are the spillway bowls that we're gonna be using.
Alright, so last night we had a lot of rain, and this pit in here got a lot of water. We have already sucked it down a lot. There's also a groundwater problem, but we also got a lot of rain. It was all the way up to here, and now it's down there. But we've got our pump and our shop vac, and we're gonna suck the rest of it out.
All right, so we got all the aqua blocks in, which the aqua blocks in this area are going to be our water storage for this pondless waterfall, for lack of better words, but we are actually incorporating some spillway bowls. So right now Jason is trying to clean up this block. This retaining wall is existing, so we're going to have to try to work around it. What he's going to do is clean this block up, then we're going to put some mastic and then some turn bar in order to create that watertight seal, and then we're going to start building this waterfall. All right, because this is kind of a custom type waterfall with these spillway bowls, one of the things we want to do is make sure that we bulk fit the liner lower, so then that way we can hide all the plumbing and everything, because we don't want to see any of that. But because this is a formal retaining wall that's been built before we got here, we got to do what we can to hide it. So right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bulk fitting in here. So we're going to take our primer, and we're going to take a little bit of dab on that rag of that primer, and we're going to go over this entire area where our seam tape is going to go. All right, so I cut my piece of seam tape or cover tape, whatever you want to call it, 6-inch. I'm going to put that right there. I'm going to pat it down so it gets a really nice tight seal. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Sharpie marker. I'm going to put that nut right there, and I'm going to trace it out, because now I know exactly what diameter I need to cut that, because we don't want this bulk fitting to be in there super loose. but it's got to have enough space to get it in there so we can get this rubber washer up against it for a watertight seal. All right, now so on this side we have a piece of seam tape. I like to double it up because I want to make sure when we crank that nut down, we're not twisting the liner and causing a leak issue. So right now we're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. We're going to get our seam tape primer on this rag and we're just going to coat this whole thing. One of the things you want to make sure of is that you kind of pull that back up from the liner when you put your next piece on so you don't stick that liner down below. There we have it. We have a watertight seal. Now I'm going to put one more fitting in there, glue my pipe, and we can go out the liner and it's totally hidden.
So what we're doing here is creating a watertight seal between a block wall and a liner. And how we do that is with turn bar. So I've cut the turn bar to fit the block wall. We'll have to drill holes in the concrete in order to do that. And then we'll clean that up good and we'll install this watertight seal called Water Stop. We'll install that like you would silicone on a faceplate of a skimmer or biofalls. And then the liner will go down. Turn bar will go over the top, and then we fasten that down with our turn bar nails.
All right, so it is just about the end of day 2 and we got more rain coming. So tomorrow we're gonna have to come and button a few things up, but we got 2 of the top spillways done. The whole basin is in, and the 3rd spillway on the bottom just needs to be cut up and finish rocking this whole area in here, which we will be doing tomorrow, and then we will give you the final footage. All right, so that's a wrap on this project out here in Averill Park, New York. If you like this sort of thing, please hit the subscribe button, follow along. We got a lot of great videos out there and a lot more to come in 2021. But for now, let's check out these spillway bowls. All right, Kyle, so what do you have here?
It's a slug that looks like a leopard.
That's pretty cool. I don't really think I've ever seen one of those. That's pretty cool.
It is.
Well, he's a big guy too. That's awesome. I think we get... Oh, there he is. I think we took his home away.